Namaste Gurukulians. Hope you all are fit and fine and doing your work also. Okay. So in this lecture we are going to discuss about the chapter number 4th of class 8th. Okay. The name of the chapter is metals and non-metals. So बच्चे in this whole chapter we are going to discuss about metals, its physical characteristics, its chemical properties, as well as in non-metals, what are non-metals, what are their physical properties, okay, and what are their chemical properties, as well as in the last we will discuss the uses of metals versus non-metals. So in this whole lecture we are going to compare metal and a non-metal. So you all are aware about this term, that is metal. What is a metal? So the first thing that should come in your mind after reading this word metal, that is metal like iron, very good, like copper, yes, iron, copper, aluminium. They are some of the common metals that you can see easily in your surroundings, okay. But irrespective, because in this we are going to deal with some type of metals that doesn't show the properties as that of iron, aluminium and copper. So firstly, that is a metal. Metal are those substances which are, what beta? Iron is hard or soft? Hard, very good. Which are hard generally, okay. Here we are going to represent the general characteristics. What a metal should look alike. It should be hard, yes. Luster, lustrous. Lustrous means shine, like gold. Gold is also a metal and it is shiny in nature. That's why we are going to use this gold in preparation of what bacche? Jewelries, okay. Hard, luster, okay, ductile. Each and every term I am going to discuss with you in depth, okay. So metal are hard, very good. They are lustrous, they are ductile, they are malleable, okay, sonorous, and generally solid in state. So now this is the definition of the metal, but now I am going to discuss with you that what each and every term here represent, okay. So first is hard, that means metal are generally hard in nature, but the things I have written, they are also their physical properties of the metal, okay. That means metal are hard, okay. Here I am having this spoon is made up of steel, okay, and steel is also composed when two or more metals they are going to form, okay. So you can take this example as a metal because steel is an alloy of iron metal, okay. So this is hard metal, they are hard. If you want to talk about the pure metal form, okay, here I am having this iron, okay. This is very hard in nature because I am not able to break it, okay, with my hands, and I am not able to compress it. No, I am not able to compress it. That means it is very hard in nature. So the metals are generally hard in nature, okay. Second, they are lustrous. Lustrous means bacche shiny surface, already discussed, like gold, okay. I am wearing this gold bangle and it is shiny in nature just because of the shine of gold. The gold used in what? Making of jewelries, but iron is not used in making of jewelries. Getting my point? Why? Because iron, firstly, luster, that means is iron more lustrous as compared to gold? No, iron is not more lustrous as compared to gold. Here you can also see, okay, the shine of this bangle versus this glass. Obviously बच्चे, the shine of the bangle is large. That means the word luster means shine. Luster means what beta? Shine. Next is ductile. That means ductility. Ductility stands for that metals can be converted into wires. That means बच्चे आप क्या कर सकते हो, आप किसी भी मेटल को वायर की फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो. इस प्रॉपर्टी को क्या बोलते हैं? डक्टिलिटी. दैट मीन्स यू आर एबल टू ट्रांसफॉर्म दैट पर्टिकुलर मेटल इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वायर्स. Now just think about it, okay? The wires that you are using in your household appliances, okay? These electrical wires, they are having, okay, as you can see, yellow coating. This yellow coating is of plastic, and the wire inside this is a copper wire, okay? So copper is a metal, and I am able to change that metal in the form of what bache? In the form of wire, okay? So this is a wire, it is having a rubber coating to prevent electrical shock, okay? And this is the copper wire, as you can see it clearly. So copper is ductile because we are able to convert it into wire form. Next word is malleable. Malleable means bache when you can convert the metal in the form of thin sheets. Like you in the kitchen, okay, your mother is going to use what to wrap your food? What? Aluminium foil. So this aluminium foil, okay, we are able to draw a thin sheet. We are able to form a thin sheet of aluminium metal. So this property of metal is known as what? Malleability. What I discussed, metal are hard, you can see, okay, and they are ductile, can be converted into wires. They are shiny in nature. Malleable, that is you can convert the metal into thin sheets. You can also write example here like gold. In the form of wires, copper, aluminium, okay. Have you heard that you are having a wire of carbon? No, because we will discuss it later on, because carbon is a non-metal and it is not ductile in nature. We can't form the wires of carbon. Getting my point beta? So malleable means thin sheets. Example, aluminium foil used by your mother to wrap your food. Aluminium foil. And aluminium foil as well as the silver coating on your sweets, okay? The silver coating on Kaju Katli. Silver, very fine and very thin sheet of that silver is on that Kaju Katli, okay? You have eaten it. So that fine sheet is also containing what? Containing silver, and silver is a metal. So metal, most of the metals, they are malleable in nature. Sonorous. Next is sonorous. Sonorous means bache sound producing. What it means? Sound producing. That means when you are going to hit the metal, they are going to produce sound, okay? For example, here I am having this, what, a bowl made up of steel and a spoon. When I am going to strike this spoon on this bowl, okay, what is going to happen? It's going to produce a very metallic sound, like you can hear it very clearly, okay, because there is a metallic sound. It's not like that when you are knocking the door, the sound is different. The sound is, that means this sound represent what? That metals are sonorous in nature. That means they can produce sound when we are going to hit the metal. And the last is they are mainly solid in nature, because as you can see, iron, You see iron usually in the form of solid, because iron gates we are having, iron rods we are having, okay. But bachche, this is science. Iron is not only in the form of solid, it is also present in the form of powdered in our lab, okay. As you can see, I am having this iron fillings, okay, and these iron fillings, they are powdered in nature. You can see that I am having a very fine powder of iron in my hand, okay. So that means iron is a metal. Metal generally present in solid state but can be converted into powdered form, okay. And solid na, generally solid, but there is an exception also. For example, mercury in your thermometer. What? Mercury in thermometer. The mercury in the thermometer is in liquid state. So only mercury is that particular metal which can exist in what? Which can exist in liquid states at room temperature. Room temperature is the main word, because on heating I am able to melt the what? Iron also and convert it in the form of what? Liquid. But these properties are at room temperature. At room temperature, because mercury is in liquid state at this room temperature also, okay. So these are the various properties related to what? Metal. Just revise it. Metal are generally hard, metal are sonorous, they are ductile, malleable as well as in solid state, okay. Now with respect to this non-metals, non-metals are just opposite to that of metals. If metal are hard, non-metals, they are generally soft. Exceptions are also there, okay, because this is a science. These properties, they justify for most of the metals and non-metals, but there are certain exceptions, okay. So metals generally are hard, so non-metals are soft. Metal are lustrous, non-metals are non-lustrous. Metals are ductile, but non-metals are not ductile in nature. They are malleable, but non-metals, they are not malleable. Then metals are sonorous, but non-metals are not sonorous. They are generally solid, but these non-metals, they exist in solid, liquid and gaseous phase as well. They exist in all the three states of matter at room temperature, okay. Room temperature means bachche, if it is summer, that means that average temperature of the room is around 40 to 45, okay. So that is the temperature we are talking about, okay. So metals are just opposite to non-metals, as you can clearly see. Now I am going to compare the metal versus non-metals based on their physical characteristics. Based on what, beta? Physical characteristics. Because from this comparison you can easily relate your concept of metals and non-metals, beta, okay. So firstly, here I am going to write metals, okay, and on the other side of this board I am going to write non-metals, and I am going to discuss each and every property with you, okay. So first property is about their physical state. First property is their physical state. Physical state means bachche, as you can I think you know that matter exists in three forms, okay. Matter is having three states: solid, liquid and gas. So we are talking about the physical state. Metal, they generally exist in solid. Example, keep the example in your mind. The example is iron. So metals generally are solid in nature. Exceptions, okay, I am going to write the exceptions within the bracket. So the exception is sodium metal and potassium metal. बच्चे these metals are no doubt new to you, okay, but you can see these metals in chemistry lab, okay. They are not so easily available in our surroundings, but you can see it. So metals, they generally solid in nature except sodium and potassium. They are very soft, okay. Or you can say that, oh sorry, यहाँ पे बच्चे exception should be mercury in your thermometer, because mercury exists in what state? Liquid state at room temperature. Here on the other side, non-metals, they exist in all the three forms, okay, in solid, liquid as well as gas. In solid, example, non-metal I am talking about, diamond, okay. Diamond is very hard in nature, first thing, and it is the metal which exists in solid form. So diamond, you can say that carbon, okay. Liquid, bromine. You can see the bromine water in the chemistry lab, okay. So liquid, bromine. Gas, all the gases available in the air, that means your oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, okay, they all are non-metals and exist in what? Exist in gaseous form. Getting my point? I am having this coal, okay. Can you tell me that whether it is a metal or a non-metal? Okay. Firstly, the physical state, yes, it is solid in nature. Solid, solid. So I got confused. I can't distinguish on the basis of just one property, okay. So I am going to discuss another property, that is your luster. Luster already discussed, means shiny surface. Metal are lustrous, yes they are lustrous. For example, gold, silver as well as platinum. But the non-metals, non-lustrous, okay. This coal, okay, is it shiny in nature? No, it is not shiny in nature. That means based on the property of luster, I can say yes, it is a non-metal. Very good. So like your coal, okay, non-luster, having no shiny surface, but still there are exceptions like diamond. Diamond is having a shiny surface, okay. Graphite is also shiny in nature as well as iodine. Although they are non-metals, but still they are shiny in surface. Graphite used in what? Used in the preparation of lead in your pencils. Third is, okay, ductility. Metals are ductile, yes they are ductiles. Non-metals, they are not ductile. Fourth, malleability. Metals malleable in nature, non-metals not malleable in nature. And the next one is about hardness, already discussed, okay. So hardness, metals are hard except your sodium and potassium. They are so soft that you can cut this metal with the help of a knife, okay. So they are generally hard, but exception is sodium and potassium. Non-metals, they are generally opposite to metal, so they are soft. Exception is diamond. Although diamond is a non-metal beta, but it is the hardest substance known to us. Getting my point? So as I have told you that we are having these properties on the basis of which we can distinguish between a metal as well as a non-metal. Next property is about your thermal and electrical conductivity. What? Thermal and electrical conductivity, which means metals are good conductor of electricity. Because they are good conductor, that's why we are using the metals in our electrical appliances, because they help the electricity to flow. So they are conductors. But opposite to these metals, non-metals, they are poor conductor in nature. So they are good conductors and they are poor conductors for both heat and electricity, because when you are going to cook the food, okay, so you are going to use the utensil and you need such a utensil that will help the heat, okay, to transfer from the stove to the